Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, what else can we say about this fella, Moises Caicedo? He'll be extremely busy just shifting the ball all over the place as a 6 or an 8. We've seen him do that an awful lot. But it's what he does without the ball, for me, that makes him priceless. I mean, rarely do you see someone who can disrupt opposition play as cleverly as he can, and he will be a key factor.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Barcelona with the corner, they're first. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Kimmich stood his ground strongly. Just eases him off the ball. And there's his chance to lead the counter. McAllister gets over and intercepts. Looking for the run. He's picked his way. And a chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Bellingham actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Barcelona have their second corner now. Dembele! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Bellingham. Bellingham does well to get it back. Bellingham. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Oh, perfectly measured that. He's found a way through. He's given the time to pick a pass. That's a throw. DiMarco. Well read, and the danger is averted. Milan yet to have an attempt on goal. And here's Bellingham, and it's Kimmich. To Ketelara. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Not the most accurate pass. Thuram is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Kimmich.
Barcelona definitely like their pressing from the front.
Yeah, it's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity.
Standard practice nowadays, Peter. Make sure you don't give your opponents any time to think on the ball.
It's a pretty loose pass. And this is Van Nistelrooy. And Van Nistelrooy! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
And he's been shifted off it. Alexander-Arnold. Gabriel promptly onto that, and that is that. Caicedo. Bellingham with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. And it's Bellingham. Now it's to Ketelara. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And he welcomes it in. He's got away.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
DiMarco. Always onto this. And he's got away from it. He's in a good position here. Ronaldinho. It's Bellingham. Now it's De Ketelaere. So no flag here. Drogba going after that. Van Nistelrooy. Bellingham. Now it's Fabian Ruiz. And here's Van Nistelrooy. Van Nistelrooy! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And he was quick to react. Kimmich. De Ketelaere. And here's Dembele. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Could move up a gear here. Aimed beyond the defence. Drogba.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Tacho calmly anticipates. Looking to play him in. Knocks it into space. He's found space here. And the referee says that is that for the first half. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Not too much so far to lift anybody off their seat.
Yeah, 0-0, but definitely not from the want of trying. There's been plenty of industry and hard work, as well as some good defending, so I wouldn't be too dismissive just yet.
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break. The second half is up and running.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
That has not gone well. It'll be a throw-in. Bellingham. De Ketelaere. Dembele will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Di Marco. That is ended up in no man's land. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And that is expertly dealt with. Ronaldinho is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And this is Drogba.
He looked rushed, he should have waited for some movement.
And it's Drogba. Now, can they get him away? Courtois gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
And that pass just didn't quite work. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Tries to pass it through. Oh, he's found support out wide. Good read, needed to be. Fabian Ruiz. Van Nistelrooy. That's been slipped through. It's Drogba! And that's a good finish. That is his ton, and does he not know it?
I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency.
Getting up there! And he hits the net! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
We're looking at a different game now.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. This is a promising build-up.
You have to expect that from everyone now.
Caicedo makes the interception. Bellingham gets a foot in here. Dembele. Incoming delivery. That's a decent clearance. Ronaldinho. Goal! Barcelona! And the comeback is complete! A truly super goal. What a spiky hit that was.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
Barcelona with the lead.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
And it's Fernandes. That's an imaginative pass. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
Milan really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Milan now in a position of desperate urgency.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
That has been cut short. De Ligt. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Well, that's been cut out, well played.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish, and no half measures from here.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 32. Viene sostituito con il numero 9.
Bellingham. Stood up well to him there. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, that's a key interception. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Tries to play it through. Oh, it's Dembele. And this is Van Nistelrooy. Succumbs to the pressure. Dembele is herring after that one. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And there goes the final whistle. Milan pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately they take away nothing. So what do you take away from it all, Jim? Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, a player that's very much moulded in the role of the traditional Spanish number 5 is Rodri. He certainly has the sort of physique that would allow him to do the job. He has both the muscle and the brains to provide the creative and defensive support whenever necessary.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Drogba. It's Drogba! Oh no, what has happened here? Fabian Ruiz. And he's taking no chances there. Quality ball. And the counter is on. It's a promising position. Pinches it off him. Now, can they get him away? Mbappe in acres of space out wide. And here's Yamal. He's played it back. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Oh, super! Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And the shot! He's got a goal! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry.
McAllister! Pass somewhat off target. Yamal, a player who needs no introduction. That's a little off target. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Tries to pass it through. And the finish! Well taken goal. And the comeback is complete. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Now it's Yamal. Not the most accurate pass. And this is Messi. Oh, nicely intercepted.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Now it's Haaland. That is good alertness. That's an imaginative pass. Oh, the chip pass has... Oh, he's been caught on it here! Well, that pass isn't the best. And here's Yamal. Now it's Haaland. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Tries to think it through. No, that's been intercepted. Bellingham has found the net here, of course. Knocks it into space. Real chance! And for a moment, time stood still.
I'm really impressed with the tenacity he's shown to intercept that. That's how they're going to make things happen. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Looking for a runner. Oh, that's a key interception. Milan are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Fabian Ruiz, someone who is excelling big time. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, that's well spotted. Yamal chasing after it. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now it's Messi. Now it's Yamal. Elise. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Oh, that is a takes a shot! He lifts the roof! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish.
And for the first half, that is that. Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon.
Please make sure to watch the screen for an information bulletin from the Regional Police Department.
So right back into the action.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it, try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Looking for options for movement. He's found space here. Fabian Ruiz. He won't be happy with that one. Bellingham. Now it's Haaland. Oh, that was vital. McAllister, foot in. And he's gone direct here. And he's had it nicked away. Nicely shaped ball. He's through here. Now it's Bellingham. Deftly away. Out of play for a throw. And it's Ruiz. And he's being shifted off it. Fabian Ruiz really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Fabian Ruiz. And it's Alexander-Arnold. This ended up in no man's land. And he's intervened well there. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given.
Substitution on the field. Number 17.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
Haaland. It's a really well-measured ball. Lovely pass, but can he get there? McAllister. Now it's Drogba. And it's Messi. Passing is crisp and sharp. He has a look up. Vieira gets it clear. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Yamal. Dani Olmo. Schlotterbeck. To McAllister. Fabian Ruiz. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Now it's Messi. Too much pressure, and he's lost the ball. Bellingham. And this is Messi. And he welcomes it in. Chance, surely! Really nicely worked opportunity, that. Some lovely exchanges.
Messi really did pass up on a good opportunity then, but some of the build-up play was absolutely majestic.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Bellingham. And here's Drogba. That's a lovely, neat pass. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Good running, strong and purposeful. Tries to play it through. Schlotterbeck promptly onto that, and that is that. Now it's Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And it's Drogba. Saliba goes direct. Now it's Dani Olmo. It's played through for him. Yamal, he's got away. Schlotterbeck can clear it away. Bellingham. Now it's Messi. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And he was quick to react. Yamal. Now it's Haaland. And here's Yamal. Haaland. Chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Substitutions taking place.
And the referee has brought play back and showed him a yellow card. Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Looking to play him in. Mbappe is onto this. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Kvaratskhelia. De Ligt spots it and intercepts. He's shifting through the gears here. Yamal was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And here's Mbappe. Fernandes. Drogba. Fernandes. Great vision. And that could set him on his way.
2 added minutes has been
Sandro
indicated.
Martinez clears without hesitation. This might spell danger. Dembele is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. And we're done. Milan illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Everything looked so good for them. So bring it on. Height, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
Borussia Dortmund against Milan.
It is a deep, deep sea of yellow. Beautifully effervescent yellow. That is what you're faced with when you come to Dortmund. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Borussia Dortmund have opted for a 4-4-2 formation.
Reminders of a golden era in English football, I should add. And it continues to hold its place in the modern game. Playing a second striker runs the risk of...
Chance, surely!
For me, Peter, Steven Gerrard's game is all about courage. It's a word he himself uses a lot. He's always urging everyone around him to have a go on the ball and not be afraid.
And he absolutely practices what he preaches in that respect.
He does, indeed. And I think he's England's best all-round midfielder of his generation. A ball winner, great distributor, never stopped running, playmaker, and more than a decent finisher too. The only question is, where do you play him to make the most out of all of those talents?
Engages and forces him off the ball. Can he get it through? Kante picks it up out wide, plays it across. There's the header! Goal! Borussia Dortmund! And it's Borussia Dortmund who take the lead. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Milan are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Bellingham is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Good ball, good take.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Oh, good determined running there, but run back by the defence.
Yeah, definitely not much wrong with what he tried, all things considered. The defence were just well prepared for what was coming.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. And that pass just didn't quite work. Fabian Ruiz. And it's Ruiz. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Schlotterbeck spots it and intercepts.
Milan really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
So no flag here. Conte. Gerrard. And he was quick to react. And here is a player who is really happening. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Forward it goes. Yamal. And it's Conte. That has not gone well. Di Marco. Fabian Ruiz. Nice sequence of passes, this. And this is Messi. Kante has created one goal already. Kante charging forward, the ball at his feet. Oh, well played. Alexander-Arnold. It's Bellingham. Now it's Messi. Now that's well seen too. Tchouaméni. Gerrard. He's found the way through. This looks... He's had a shot! And yes, it's there! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. What a moment of brilliance. Control and perfect accuracy.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
McAllister. Bellingham. Knocks it into space. And Messi! Bellingham. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Yamal. Gerrard. That is good alertness. And it's McAllister. Gehi kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now, can they get him away? Aimed beyond the defence. Gehi receives it in a good position here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Bellingham. Gerrard. He's having a hit! Oh, that's close, and that will be the last of it. It's half-time. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it, try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Shapes to shoot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! AC Milan could counter here. Well timed, excellent interception. And here's Yamal. Yamal! Well, now it's a race for the ball. That's a cute ball. Bellingham. Here's Yamal.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
It's a pretty loose pass. Fabian Ruiz. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. In with the challenge. Borussia Dortmund appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Now it's Drogba. Oh, now he can run away. Oh, shooting chance! And a neat finish. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
The attendance for this match was 60,000.
Shift in momentum, perhaps.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. He's in a great position here. Fabian Ruiz. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Bellingham.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Chouameni. Mbappe is onto this. Drogba being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Looking here to chip it through. Tacho with the clearance. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Bellingham does well to get it back. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Bellingham, well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Drogba. Oh, that's well spotted. Nice looking ball. Schlotterbeck cuts it out. Not the most accurate pass. Yamal touches it back.
Borussia Dortmund surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Gerrard. Good ball over the top. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Borussia Dortmund clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Substitutions taking place.
Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change. He's not got that quite right. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Well, whatever it is, Peter, it needs to be drastic and quick. Maybe the late show.
Looking to play him in. Gehi cuts out the pass.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
That's the keeper's ball. And it's Gerrard. Now it's Yamal. No luck with that dink over the... There's the shot!
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer, and quickly.
There'll be a minute of stoppage time. And here's Yamal. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's that, the end. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven, and whilst you might argue to the contrary...